Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So today we will be learning how to run a MySQL server in a Docker container. So before starting, please like and subscribe to this channel. So let's get started. So I've noted down all the steps required for this tutorial. Okay. So first I will go to hub.docker.com and we'll search for the MySQL, and here they have given all the details regarding MySQL image. Okay, so here we have the latest image tags or the versions of the MySQL. Okay, so you can take either the latest version or a latest tag. So I have used 8.0.27. Okay, so first step is we'll pull MySQL image from Docker Hub. So here is our command for MySQL pooling. Okay, so it is pulling from the repository, and here you can see since it already exists in my local, it says already exists. For your case, it might pull from Docker and it may take some time. Okay, so here you can see that I have pulled the images from Docker. So let's start with the command, run command. So I have the name of the Docker container, the port I'm exposing, the password, and the version. And I'm giving the -d for detached mode, that is, it will run in background. Okay, so even if you close the console, the Docker will still be up and running. Okay, so once we run this command, you see the Docker will give us ID. So once we give docker ps, we'll see that our container is up and running. Okay, so to connect up our container, okay, you have to give some time, and this, since MySQL takes some time for starting, so first I will go inside the container and check its logs. Okay, so I'll give the command docker logs, then the name of the container, and -f for trailing log. And you can see the Docker MySQL server is started. Okay. And now I'll show you two approaches to connect to the MySQL. One is within the container, another is from the outside, or basically public access. Okay. So see, our server is still starting and it has started. Okay. Now let's go for the connect command. Okay. Okay. So to connect a Docker running container, not MySQL, but also other container as well, you have to use this command. So that is docker exec -it, name of that container, and a bash command. Okay. So what it will do is we'll go inside the container and execute the bash. Basically, we'll go to the shell of the running container. Okay. And now I'll connect to MySQL server, that is MySQL -uroot. Root is the username, and I'm asking for a password prompt. And I'll take the password which we have given in that command, that is my password, and I will enter it here. So, and you see, you will go to the MySQL command prompt. So before logging in here, you must have to give some time in your case so that the server started and you are able to connect. Otherwise, you will face some connection issues, or like it is not able to connect. Okay. So now I execute some SQL statements like the user table, and you can see the user table data is there. That is our MySQL has been successfully set up in the Docker container. Okay. Now I'll modify the queries. Okay. So I'll select user and hostname to say the more details. Yeah, so you can see our root user is created and it will accept connections from all the hosts, or basically all the public IP addresses or any IP address. Okay, so this is how you can connect within a Docker container. Now I will show how to connect the MySQL from outside the Docker container. Like if you are using it in an application, okay, or you are publicly accessing from a different remote machine. Okay, so first you have to install mysql-client in your local or the remote machine you are trying to connect. Okay, so once that client is installed, you have to run this command mysql So our server is running and it is accepting connections at 0.0. That means it is public access. Then the Docker container can be accessed publicly, okay, from the IP address of this machine. Okay, so I'm giving him here the command uroot minus hostname. So I've given 0.0. You can give the machine address or basically the IP address on which the Docker container is running. So that will also work. So when you run this command mysql uroot hostname and minus p for the password, you see I am able to connect from outside with a MySQL client. Okay. Now execute the same command like the show databases and the user table query, and you will see that we are able to connect it from outside of the container as well. So this way you can successfully deploy or run a MySQL server inside a Docker container for your project. Okay. So this is very helpful, like you don't have to always run the MySQL server in your machine. You can pull different versions of MySQL with different configurations and do it. So you can see other related commands in this hub.docker.com for MySQL, and I will be also publishing another video for advanced MySQL in a Docker container with external config and other configuration. So please do follow the tutorial as well. I will give the all these commands in the descriptions. Okay, and please do let me know if you are facing issues. So thank you all. Please like and subscribe to this channel.